the next 6 speakers, right, that we're having in IEE. But it's hard to put, goodwill is no longer measured the same way on a balance sheet. How about the need to create attraction more than the need to have the best sales organization? That again is going to completely conflict with a lot of people that train and teach sales. Rick?
Find create traction.
Create traction. Attraction, excuse me. In order to do business, I need to feel good about your company. I need to see your company as, for some people, socially responsible. For other people, you stand for the same values that I have. For other cases, it's you understand where my headset is. I asked the head of ModCloth a few years ago. I was on a panel to look at their business. This is way back in the early age. And I said, who are your role models? And he said, Etsy, and he said another company. And I realized that I had no idea who they even were. Okay, and I think Etsy just got sold for, or Etsy got sold for $500 million to all these points. So creating attraction is, they have to feel good about your business. And boy, oh boy, how many people felt better about UPMC or Highmark in the last year and a half? Is that a good example?
It's great.
To spend millions of dollars making us feel completely repulsed by both organizations. And is anyone here? No one here is from UPMC. Because I dare them to stand up and say, no, we were right and they were wrong. Now, you took each other down. That's how I saw it. And we have no choice, so we had to go with one, but I don't feel that any of that helped me to feel better about either one. I figure that would draw some fire. Nobody's disagreeing. Okay, that is interesting in and of itself. Okay, a learning organization. This is another how many people here have been taught? You hire for character and you teach skills, right? I would argue that character and skills are important, but the more important thing now is going to be, can the people you hire learn? Can they learn? Can they adapt? Can they learn? You get how many months you get with them? You get 18 months with them, right? Who said 18 months? Somebody said 8. Okay, sorry, Dave. Because either they learn and they stay and they like it, or they didn't learn and they chose to leave. Okay. We've talked about strategic thinking. And again, I realize that for some folks, today has been probably, so anyone here said, where's the point? I need a list. I got to go back and have that one thing to implement in my company. Someone here is feeling that. The brain in my research is often a lazy organ. It wants to take the quick answer. It wants a list. It wants a takeaway. It wants something specific to do. And it runs against the theory of taking time to reflect. And a business owner with discretionary time. One of my mentors growing up, I had the greatest line. He said, the true definition of wealth is discretionary time.
Can't buy time.
You can't buy time, but the more control you have over your time, would you trade more time for more money? But you can't buy. But you want more time, because as owners, that's the thing that you end up really working for. And as I said, the company that creates successful business outcomes. I think that's going to be one of the most important things. Somebody here had a point about that I asked to bring up before about outcomes and what that really means. I want to feel good when I buy something from a company. I always like driving Uber versus Yellow Cab, and I'm always saying to the cab driver, why don't you drive for Uber? I want to feel good about Costco. I saw the general manager on Saturday when my wife and I went, and he was packing the box. And I asked them a question, because I always wondered this. How many people are Costco fans or go to Costco? Just a few of us, okay. They have the most lenient return policy. I once returned a belt by accident that I bought at Macy's, and they took it back. Anytime we return something at Costco, say we return 80 bucks worth of stuff, we buy 300. So I am continually reinforced that I love Costco, because they teach me with respect, the people that work there are happy. You never know what they're gonna have there, and provided you don't go there with either a spouse or somebody responsible, you can always buy something really dumb that you don't really need. I was going to buy a massage table until I realized I still need to get somebody to give me the massage. So think about the warm and fuzzy feeling you get when you work with companies you like. And that's what I'm talking about when I mean you get their attention, you get your customers' attention. I would buy an appliance from my buddy Rick, because you're funny and you're a fun guy and you talk about this and you're willing to change. Good. Okay, now, 8-figure mindset. What is it? I believe an 8-figure mindset starts with the word mindset. We've had a difficult in terms of time, hopefully valuable in terms of being convinced to open your minds and basically start to develop a habitual characteristic, mental attitude that determines how you will interpret and respond to situations. And rather than a list today, I just hope that you may say to yourselves at some point in the next day, week, month, year, this is an example of what Andy was talking about. Maybe I need to step back and look at it. Because